Mr. Prabhu, 6 months ago, it was out in the papers that Narendra Modi wants to contest from Varanasi. And that is why he is contesting from Varanasi. And Mr. Advani's point is, if the likes of Rajnath Singh and Narendra Modi can decide where they want to contest from, why can't the party's tallest leader also decide?
And that is when Advani accused the party of being a one-man party.
Listen to me.
Advani publicly said in the public
put the issue
no,
to
in the meeting he
perspective.
said, and that was reported by the Economic Times, that it is rapidly becoming a one-man party. So the discontent in the party, particularly expressed by Advani, is widely known inside the party. All journalists know it.
When
Suresh, journalists, all journalists who cover BJP know.
Just saying that but you are earlier saying that you are not allowed to speak, but you are doing the same thing. So what is that you want to do?
Go ahead, Mr. Prabhu, make your point.
You don't want me to speak?
Go ahead, Mr. Prabhu.
Yeah, please. So I am saying that actually speaking, election committee of the BJP decided on almost all the candidates, including Mr. Advani. But Mr. Advani, being such a tall leader, being such a popular leader, such a revered leader, obviously there is a choice for him to contest from any seat. So I don't want to go into that because I am not privy to any more information.
No, Mr. Prabhu, let's pause there. Let's pause there.
My friend from Congress is all the time saying about the polarizing figure.
Let's just pause there.
Mr. Modi has been declared as the candidate of Prime Ministership.
Let's hold on to the former part. And Mr. Keshavan, isn't the BJP tonight and also the NDA contradicting itself when the simple fact of the matter is that it was not left to Mr. L.K. Advani to decide. The decision was made and then they asked him to decide.
And it will definitely emerge not just as the single largest party, but definitely probably will be very close or will cross the majority mark.
No, Mr. Prabhu. Mr. Prabhu, please wait. Mr. Prabhu, the first part of your argument itself is riddled with fallacy. It's laden with fallacy there. Because we can put it out. We can put it out at the time.
India in case of
at the time, please listen to me, Mr. Prabhu. Please listen to me, Mr. Prabhu.
When we had a united front government,
Mr. Prabhu,
to 1991,
Mr. Prabhu, and all the leaders who are with us in the panel from the NDA, even Vani Tripathi, all the news channels, irrespective of which news channel, all the media, at the time when the CEC was announcing,
other parties will always feel little bit of some sort of issues will always be there with them. But the point is, could we have a stable government, if at all it's a coalition government, without a strong party anchoring it? And therefore the question is that whenever we have such situations, what we really need to learn now in India is how do you manage coalition?
That is what we're not sure, Mr. Prabhu, if you can hear us.
This is all the learning process.
Can you hear me, Mr. Prabhu?
We learn in a way that we'll have a stable government.
Right. Now, Mr. Prabhu, you've made your point. The question is, you're looking at a party which will anchor the NDA and which will anchor and provide a stable government. But the party itself, today it stands exposed, is riddled with instability. And that is the question. And that is what stands exposed. And that is a cause for worry for the BJP. Is it not, Vani Tripathi?
And Vajpayee led a coalition government. He was not a one-man party. He did not dictate his terms to the party. He did not actually even run horse with them. And everybody else is running horse with Narendra Modi. So Narendra Modi is running the party as if he is on a full...
Even if he is running the party...
Doesn't it...
Vajpayee also ran a coalition government. Vajpayee also ran a coalition government. And what Suresh is saying that you require a tough, decisive leader for running a coalition government, Vajpayee was accommodating. He was inclusive. And here we are seeing a person who wants to run roughshod over the entire leadership. How can you compare Modi's proposed coalition government with Vajpayee's experienced coalition government?
Vani Tripathi. Mr. Ketkar, to begin with, the report of the Economic Times that you're quoting is completely unsubstantiated, and you would have seen that the next day Economic Times also carried a absolute rejoinder from Mr.
That rejoinder was not from Advani. That rejoinder was not from Advani.
It was
from Rajnath Singh.
To have postscripts and go on narrating things which never happened.
No, but the rejoinder was not from Advani.
Concerned, yes, it's true. It's true that it was absolutely Atalji's complete, control and his reaching out and his affection to the alliance partners, which doesn't get compromised in the NDA today. And on your panel, two of our most revered NDA partners are sitting, and what they are saying, please open your ears and listen to them. We have extreme reverence for all the people who we have alliance with, and as far as being a single man party, this question should be asked to the Congress party, which is led by people who belong to a family and to a dynasty. We have internal democracy in our party. That is why we are even debating something about which these scripts are being written.
Narendra Modi did not even mention.
We need to hear everybody from our elders to our most young.
No, you're talking about NDA leaders.
We don't have whips. We don't play that kind of politics which only deals with minority vote bank politics or doing politics just for the sake of convenience. We have kept our alliance partners
together. You talk about
and
respect to the NDA leaders.
Two of which the most revered ones are your panel.
No.
If we had any issues with our alliance partners, you would have known.
Okay, Vani Tripathi.
But here in Mumbai, Narendra Modi addressed a rally.
That you are talking about.
Mr. Narendra Modi addressed a rally in Mumbai without even mentioning Balsaheb Thackeray's name. And you are talking about respecting the NDA leaders, elder ones. Balsaheb Thackeray was elder in every respect. They did not even mention.
Vani Tripathi, I have a specific
Modi did
question.
not even mention his name.
You
and it was only 1 year after Balsaheb Thackeray's death.
Mr. Ketkar, the Shiv Sena and the BJP have been great friends and great allies to each other.
That is why I am saying why Modi did not mention
something and creating a narrative around it. You will not be able to create.
I was present in the meeting.
No.
Because we are very thorough with each other, and Suresh is there on the debate. Ask him. There is no issue at all.
Miss Vani Tripathi.
The question today is that a country which is badly governed by a corrupt government this country is leading towards a change.
But the subject is BJP dissensions, not corrupt government.
Yeah, Miss Vani Tripathi, the question today is the party that is posing itself as the alternative, is it really united in its claim, and is it really united behind the leader? Because the rift, the dissensions are out in the open with what's happened over the last 24 hours, and that is what is the question. Is it not an embarrassment for the BJP that claims a wave, but there are so many breakers that are trying to break the wave and they're pulling it back?
Okay, Mr. Tripathi, before you answer that, you were talking about
what evidence
one second. Yes, you're talking about conjecture. Let's talk about something that is a fact. Let's talk about something that is a fact. Can you deny that? Can you deny that there was an obvious rift when LK Advani put in his resignation from all party posts? I mean, that's a fact. You're talking about conjecture. Let's put up a fact. This rift happened. LK Advani put in his resignation from all party posts when Narendra Modi was appointed the chief of the election panel. Now, is that a rift that you can deny? It was on paper.
Yes, I'm not denying anything here because we have internal democracy.
Where is the internal democracy? RSS intervened. RSS intervened.
So post
intervention by RSS cannot be democratic.
Don't you remember
intervention by RSS cannot be democratic. RSS itself is not a democratic party.
Advani ji said that he wants Narendra Bhai to be the next Prime Minister of the country.
After 3 days.
Yes, but it is also well known fact, Ms. Tripathi, that
after how many phone calls, after how many meetings?
Why are you selective in your consciousness? Why don't you remember all?
Why are you selective? Why are you being selective, Vani Tripathi?
Himself has said this.
Why are you being selective with the facts?
I'm not being selective.
Yes, you are. Even with this matter, you have not still convincingly explained the reason why. Please, if you're not being selective, please answer this question of mine. I'm going to ask you this again. I'm going to ask you this again. Please answer this convincingly without being selective. If you are saying that you are respecting all your tall leaders of the party and every leader is being allowed to make their choice, then why is it that when everybody was saying that Mr. Advani wants to contest from Bhopal, did the CEC sit there and announce that he is going to contest from Gandhinagar, and thereafter, did the party president come out and say, let Mr. Advani decide? Why did the CEC sit and announce Gandhinagar as his constituency if the decision was to be left to Mr. Advani?
And if it is internal democracy, how RSS intervenes?
Inside my party office.
No, but why had RSS intervene?
The cameras played out what was said officially by the party. The cameras played out the number of leaders walking in and out of Mr. Advani's residence late in the night and early this morning. The cameras have also played out, the channels have also played out the statement that has come in at 7:30 this evening, 24 hours later.
No. You will have to let me answer your question. No. If you
so you answer the question right. You answer the question straight.
I'm sorry, there's no point of me being on this debate.
You answer the question straight, Mr. Tripathi.
I'm straightforwardly asking you this question. Were you present inside the CEC that you know what happened inside the CEC? Why are you giving a narrative?
I am questioning what the CEC told the media at large. I am questioning what the CEC told the media at large. I am questioning what Mr. Rajnath Singh told the media at large at 5:30 this evening. And I am questioning what Mr. Advani said at 7:30 this evening.
And this is all in public domain.
This is in public domain. I am not even going to what the inside track is and what happened behind the scenes.
And we need not be present in CEC.
We are talking about what was there, what was at large, what was there for everyone to see. And that is what the perception was, that there is a difference of opinion. There is a difference of opinion, and the opinion of the tallest leader of the party was forced. It was forced. The decision looks forced. That is what we are coming to, and it was mediated. It was mediated by a third party and not sorted out. The house was not set in order. That is the perception.
Change that perception. Internal democratic decision.
No.
If it is internal democratic decision, why RSS intervenes?
You were sitting inside the CEC. You were sitting inside the parliamentary board. You know this better than me, that means. But you cannot put words into my mouth, because this debate will not go on with your sort of preemptive notions of what happened. It is very clear, and this is very simple, and I'm scared. Advaniji has come out in open and said he is contesting Gandhinagar. CEC declared him from Gandhinagar, and there is no confusion between the two narratives.
Okay.
These two narratives match. If this was not matching each other, then of course there would have been a matter of a debate which was otherwise than what is being.
All right. You know, you're talking about there not being any rift. Fine. Let's go across to Mr. Gujral again. Is there no rift whatsoever? I mean, we've talked about specific instances. We've talked about LK Advani putting in his resignation. Of course, the RSS, it has been reported, had to intervene to rectify that situation. Yesterday also, what we've seen is all the senior leaders from yesterday evening till this afternoon rushing to LK Advani's house to try and sort out that problem. Also, we've seen now another senior leader, saying that he's going to go independent from Barmer if he's not given a ticket from there. What's going on? Can you deny that there are certain cracks that are coming out in the open over ticket distribution?
First of all, there is no crack in the NDA. I want to make that absolutely clear. In fact, NDA is going... Let me complete. The moment I start, you intervene. So how can I answer?
No, please go ahead.
The facts are that whether it's the Northeast, where Mr. Sangma has put together a coalition of 11 or 12 parties which is supporting the NDA, or the Grand Alliance in Tamil Nadu, or the alliance with TDP, which is going to be announced very soon, we are moving from strength to strength. And this one small incident is not going to affect the chances of the NDA forming the next government. The fact of the matter is, Mr. Modi is a very popular leader. The country is looking for a change. All the opinion polls are showing that he is way ahead of Mr. Rahul Gandhi and others. So there is no debate at all. We all know that we are heading towards victory, and it's a very strong NDA which will lead the nation.
C.R. Keshavan, the NDA is very confident of victory, but do you think that their campaign is losing its sheen because of all the rifts that are clearly coming out in the open?
I'll answer that in two parts. First thing is, they said this is a small incident. Let us see the history of the tussle which has been happening in the last 2 weeks. First, it was between Sushma Swaraj and Jaitley over the induction of Sri Ramalu brothers. Second, it was between Mr. Jaitley and Mr. Sidhu. Then you had Mr. Modi and Mr. Joshi. Then you have a BJP president who says there is a wave of BJP, but he shifts from his sitting seat and goes from Ghaziabad to Lucknow. He had a problem with Lalji Tandon. Even when a person like Kiran Kher goes to Chandigarh, she's been shown black flag. So they have a massive, the problem here is, like you people mentioned, the campaign is about I, me and myself of Mr. Modi, and this is going to ensure that the NDA becomes a nationally doomed alliance.
No.